Since last week we arrived in one of the most popular islands in Spain, Mallorca. Our daughter and her family had booked a week's holiday on the east coast of the island, and we couldn't miss the opportunity to meet them here and go out together for a day to the capital, Palma. Although the east side of the island is beautiful with the small inlets and beaches, it's not obvious to anchor here with the sailing boat. Still, we managed to stay in the vicinity of their hotel for a week. After their departure, we look for the other side of the island, where we can wait in a spacious quiet bay for a good weather window. We don't have much time to waste, because friends of ours have planned a city trip to Barcelona soon, so chop chop to the next adventure. Hello everyone!
And welcome on board of the Miss Sea!
Hi, we are Karen and Anthony from Belgium, and we have one daughter, Charlotte. After many years of sailing on rented sailboats, the time was finally right to look for a boat for ourselves. We found our dream boat in Albufeira, Portugal in the year 2019. It's a seaworthy 40-foot aluminium Trintella built in the Netherlands in the year 1986. We carried out the first part of the upgrade in Portugal during COVID. We then sailed with it to the Netherlands, where we spent the next year working on the interior and electrical installation. In the summer of 2022, we finally started our big adventure with our ultimate goal, a sailing trip around the world. In the meantime, we have arrived in the Mediterranean Sea, which we will discover in the coming years. Do you also dream of traveling far and discovering new destinations? Then subscribe to our channel to get an idea of what you can experience along the way. And don't forget to click the notification bell. This way you will receive a notification every time a new episode goes online. And it's already time to say goodbye. We are waiting for the bus. We can bring our Charlotte and her family to the airport. But our next reunion is already in 1 month, and then we should be in Marseille in France. So looking forward for that. And Gio is enjoying his last French fries here at the hotel. Ciao.
Hoe ben je 2 weken nog?
See you in a month.
See you in a month.
Dit is interessant, jongen.
Ja, kom maar. Let's go, the boss is waiting.
So guys, we're back on the boat. Our Charlotte is back on her way to Belgium, and it's time for us to leave this anchorage because it's really getting uncomfortable here. The swelling's coming in this Cala, and it's really time to move. But as usual, our Charlotte left us a small note in one of our suitcases, and yeah, she's just telling us that she's gonna miss us, and she had a wonderful time with us, and so did we, of course. And see you at the next destination she wrote. So see you in a month. Okay, leaving is not gonna be so easy. Last time I just brought our stern rope to the shore with our dinghy, but now it's too rough out there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swim to shore and untie this chain, and then in the meantime Karen must pull this rope as fast as she can in, so we don't get stuck on the bottom, and then I swim back, and then we should be able to leave. This didn't really seem like a safe solution either. Luckily there were people on the side that I could ask to loosen the chain from the rocks. That way no one had to disembark and we could leave without any problems.
And it's Anthony who's gonna pull Not me. That was a good one, eh?
That was easy. That was easy.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's pull up our dinghy and let's go. Yeah, it's really time to go. So you can see how the waves are building up on this side of the coast. So after a few hours we arrived at Laguna del Solobra. It's nearby a town, San Jordi and something else. But this is a nice anchorage. Many boats are here, but we are anchored in 5 meters of depth and all sand, so it really looks good for a good night of sleep. And tomorrow we'll try to go to shore and see what's happening in that small town. So that's it. We arrived, cooked some dinner. Tonight we are eating boiled potatoes with leek and homemade pork schnitzel. So looks good after a few days of restaurant. It's always nice to have homemade cooking.
And we are heading to shore now.
While we spent the next few days waiting for a good weather window to take us back to the mainland, we busied ourselves with shopping and laundry in the town that was known for its salt mining. Here they have also salt mines, like in Torrevieja.
Maybe we can buy some salt over there for the steak.
Yeah.
Fresh from Mallorca.
So this is a little factory where they pack all the salt in big bags, but there's no shop, so I don't think you can buy small amounts for personal use. But in the town we found several shops where you can buy this local salt. We visited an evening market and here we are, and enjoyed a daily swim in the crystal clear water. Have a look at this beautiful blue clear water. It's just like a swimming pool. And this dark spots is a seagrass where you may not anchor in, get big fines if they catch you, but we are good. There was also a reading light to be repaired, but unfortunately we did not succeed. The repair has failed. All the connections are good, but I think the chip is toast. I still get 24 volts at the top, but I still got nothing down under. So I think I have to buy a new one. Good morning! After 5 days at this anchorage, the wind finally turned to the way it should, and we are preparing ourselves to leave this anchorage, and we are heading in the direction of Palma. We will see how far we get, because the wind will drop this afternoon again, and then we search another anchorage for the night and wait for the next weather window, and then we will be heading back to mainland. We just left our anchorage, and the wind picked up a bit more as expected. It's blowing now 22 knots through wind, and it's coming from behind. And I have full mainsail and full Genoa, so at the moment I'm steering by hand, because sometimes the boat is heeling over. He wants to go upwind because I have a little bit too much mainsail up, but I just want to keep it like this until we are at the corner, because after the corner I have to go more upwind, and then she will be fine with this full setup. I expect a little less wind behind the corner. We're doing more than 7 knots speed over ground, and yeah, we should be very quick at this corner. As soon as we rounded the Cape Blanc, the wind shifted from the northeast to the southwest, and now we are sailing close hull to the next cape, and that's the Cape de la Cala Figuera. But I don't think I'm gonna make it this time in one tack, because we are going really close hull, and I'm sailing a little bit too close into the wind, so my main is not giving his full capacity. But sometimes you have to make choice between speed and height, and I try to find the golden middle way. We're still doing 4.5 knots, but I don't think we're gonna make it. We're now passing the Bay of Palma, and there are a lot of sailing boats over there. As I suspected, I didn't make it in one straight line to the point over there, so I have to make a tack. So it has to be done, has to be done. On the boat. We almost reach our anchorage, and it seems very beautiful, with the gigantic rock at the entrance. Stunning views. Hopefully we'll find a spot to anchor, because there are several boats, and we may not anchor on the Posidonia, so it's gonna be a challenge again.
For dinner we had steak with potatoes and vegetables, but we had a little fat on the steak, and Anthony is gonna drop it in the water, and look,
a lot of piranhas
look
on the side of the boat.
Yeah, look.
At our anchorage in Cala Blanca there was only a nice little beach, but nearby was Camp de Mar, a small tourist village with mostly holiday homes, a few restaurants, boutiques and a supermarket. There we can leave the dinghy. Except for the beach and some apartments, there's not much to see.
No.
This is really a small community. Seems like we took the wrong street, because there are a few shops around here, and a beautiful walk to the beach. The bay is very beautiful for sailing around in the dinghy to admire the rocks or go snorkeling in the shallow water. So we're still at our anchorage Cala Blanca, where we arrived yesterday afternoon, and we're just having a dinghy ride because the rocks are so beautiful that we want to have a look how they look from nearby. And Karen is now at the helm for the first time with the dinghy, so she's practicing a little bit. If I should come in trouble, she can pick me up with the dinghy. And how are you doing at the helm?
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. You're a natural talent. And we didn't find any caves, so we're heading back to our Missy, and I'm gonna do some snorkeling. I went out this morning and I found some beautiful spots underwater. So I charged my small GoPro and I'm gonna try to make some pictures underwater. Hopefully it will be nice for you to see. Okay guys, it's now Sunday noon and we are ready to go back to the mainland. After almost 14 days at anchor here in Mallorca, that we didn't visit a marina due of the high harbor fees and also a small test to see how far we can get without help from the mainland in especially drinking water. We still have now 30% of our capacity after 2 weeks, so I think we did a fine job. Our full capacity of water is 650 liters, so with 30% I still have 200 liters left in the tank, so that should be enough for the next 2 days, and then we will go to a marina on the mainland to clean up the boat because it's full with sand on deck and everywhere, and refill the water tanks, get some fuel, get some grocery, and then move on to Barcelona, because next Saturday we have a rendezvous with some friends from Belgium who are paying us a visit in Barcelona, so time to move on. They have been many times already in Barcelona, and they always said, when you are in Barcelona we will come over with the plane and show you Barcelona, what it's like, and show you all the nice places you should see. So that's what we are planning to do the next couple of weeks now.
Bye bye Mallorca.
We are now passing the last part of Mallorca, where we have now stayed for 2 weeks. I would like to visit the other islands also, but like Ibiza and Mallorca, but that will be for next time. The island we are now passing is called Dragonera, and Dragonera is one of the Balearic Islands, and this island is located in the west coast of Mallorca. And the old lighthouse Na Popia that you can see behind me is no longer in use, but Dragonera is also named because the silhouette of the mountains look like a dragon, and also because there are lots of lizards on this island. So the rock on the right side of the picture is Mallorca, and on the left side is the island Dragonera. Just a small island, but should be worth a visit. And we are right on course. We are heading straight for Vineros, where I have foreseen to go to the marina. We are not having much wind, only 7 knots, but it's a flat sea, so the waves are not holding us back, and we are still doing 3.5 knots speed over ground, so hopefully the wind picks up a little bit later on, so we can go a little bit faster. We still have to go 100 nautical miles, so we should be there somewhere tomorrow by noon. We'll see. We are having a fantastic sail day today. We still have only 9 knots of wind, and we are doing just 4 knots speed over ground, but it's so relaxing. I can't remember how long it's been that I didn't have to adjust the sails every 10-15 minutes, and now we're just sailing along hours and hours with the same sail setup and just relaxing on deck. And a few hours later and the party is over. The wind shifted a little bit, coming now from the south. And we are having a beam reach now, still 7 knots of wind, but the waves are now coming from the side, and that's making life a lot less easier. Sun is almost going under. And now just on my mainsail and my Genoa, speed is dropped to 1.5 knots an hour. And that's when the waves are starting to annoy you. When your speed is too low, then you're just a small boat on a big ocean. But what a beautiful sky. And it's calm. And we don't have internet. So back to old school amusement.
Scrabble.
It's almost midnight. And the wind dropped completely. But we don't feel like to turn on the engine, so I lowered the sails, turned off the autopilot, and now we are at drift and waiting for wind. Normally the wind should pick up in a few hours and then we just sail on. Now we're gonna catch some sleep for a few hours. I got my AIS alarm on. My navigation lights are on, so sails are down, so nothing can go wrong. So we're gonna get some sleep now. See you in a bit. Good morning, and there she is. The sun is just coming up. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and we slept 4 or 5 hours, but now I started the engine because my batteries are running low, and it's better than to start the engine instead of the generator and not go forward. So we're gonna motor for a few hours and hopefully the wind will pick up again. Incredible how fast it goes. It's only a few minutes and the sun is almost completely above the horizon now. During the day there was still not much wind to be seen, so I tried to hoist the spinnaker, but the lines in the sock were completely twisted and I did not risk hoisting any further. So I dropped the spinnaker back in the back and I reorganized all the ropes in the cockpit, but it's still not my full satisfaction, so I will do it again. After a crossing of 117 nautical miles and 30 hours later, we finally arrived in Peñiscola around midnight. I'm curious how it looks in daylight. You can plan as well as you want, but if the weather turns out differently than predicted, you have no choice but to accept it and try to enjoy the beauty that you encounter along the way. Next time at Sailing Me Sea. After a short visit to Vinaros, we start our last stretch to Barcelona. To save a day of port's fee, we anchor at the nearest anchorage the evening before arrival, but we will regret this. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You'll be doing us a huge favor. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!